That's great. Beautiful, Joss.
When was the last truly fucking nasty, nasty, bad pop girl?
Stop. I did not kill him.
That's not the point.
People are wondering whether you still got that fire.
I'm worried she's having another psychotic break.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
So give them what they love.
Look at the camera and fuck everyone in America?
You complain about the life that you chose. You're not a victim. Not at all.
Be fair. I'm a man who's been cheated on.
You guys discovered a comet? I have a tattoo of a shooting star on my back.
Oh, that's terrific.
10 movies and series. Too shocking for the internet, Netflix almost banned them. Some films don't just push boundaries, they tear them apart. They leave streaming platforms trembling, politicians demanding answers, and audiences wondering if they've gone too far. Netflix nearly buried some of them forever. Others triggered petitions signed by millions. And one title in this list is so controversial that even saying its name out loud feels like holding a live grenade. This isn't just a countdown. This is a descent into cinema so raw, so vicious, so divisive that Netflix and other giants nearly pulled the plug. Every film on this list comes from the last 5 years, 2020 to 2025. Modern titles that shook audiences, scarred reputations, and forced platforms into crisis mode. From hypersexualized children to humiliations of icons to films that flirt with death itself, this list is proof that sometimes art doesn't just provoke, it scars. And the final case? It's still shrouded in mystery, but the storm around it is already raging. Dick's Cuties, Mignon, 2020, Netflix. A French film meant to criticize hypersexualization of young girls. But Netflix's poster showed minors in suggestive poses. The backlash was nuclear. Parents screamed exploitation. Petitions soared past 200,000 signatures, and U.S. senators demanded investigations. Netflix defended it as social commentary. Critics called it child pornography in disguise. The director received death threats, and still, some argued it was misunderstood, a mirror held up to society's rot. But perception matters more than intention. And this perception, it was radioactive. Yet, this was only the beginning.
Are you lost, baby girl?
9. 365 Days, 2020, Netflix. An erotic drama where a man kidnaps a woman and gives her 1 year to fall in love. What sounds like dark fantasy quickly spiraled into outrage. Campaigners accused Netflix of glamorizing abduction, coercion, and abuse. Despite this, the film stormed Netflix's top 10 globally. TikTok flooded with romantic edits. Viewers were split, half enthralled, half disgusted. Psychologists warned it was 50 Shades with Stockholm Syndrome, a dangerous fantasy dressed in glossy cinematography. Now imagine, Netflix was slammed for encouraging abuse one moment while raking in millions from streams the next. However, the next scandal wasn't just sexual, it was cruel humiliation. 8. Blonde, 2022, Netflix. Marilyn Monroe, Hollywood's eternal icon. But Blonde didn't honor her, it gutted her. Andrew Dominik's film was accused of exploiting her image, turning her into a vessel of trauma, humiliation, and abuse. Audiences left screenings trembling, calling it degrading, pornographic, even misogynistic. Critics said it wasn't a biopic, but a nightmare masquerading as cinema. The line between exposing abuse and fetishizing it blurred into something grotesque. Netflix defended it as art, but fans asked, why profit from dragging a dead woman through imagined horrors? Nonetheless, if Blonde was humiliation, the next entry was pure toxicity.
Okay, all set. Give me one of those laughs again, Joss. Great, yeah.
7. The Idol, 2023, HBO. From the creators of Euphoria, The Idol promised glamour, music, and scandal. What viewers got was described as torture porn with a pop soundtrack. Behind the scenes, chaos. Crew members accused the production of being exploitative. On screen, Lily Rose Depp trapped in a swirl of nudity, manipulation, and vulgar shock value. Even The Weeknd's performance was labeled predatory cosplay. Critics ripped it apart, calling it the worst show of 2023. Fans rioted online. HBO pulled the plug early, and yet its darkness paled in comparison to its parent series.
I came up with an amazing plan.
And what would that be, Ruth?
So are you all ready to do some business?
Why can't I shake the feeling that there's something you're not telling me?
You're like a relationship kind of girl, right?
You guys can all judge me if you want, but I do not care. I have never, ever been happier.
6. Euphoria, 2019 to 2022, HBO/Prime. Drugs, sex, violence, teenagers drenched in neon misery. Euphoria became both a cultural phenomenon and a lightning rod. Parents accused it of corrupting youth, glamorizing addiction, and normalizing destructive behavior. Zendaya's performance was acclaimed, yet the show's graphic excess left schools and lawmakers furious. Some countries even tried to ban it outright. For Gen Z, it was brutally real. For adults, it was a nightmare packaged as TV. But if teenage destruction shocked parents, what came next pierced even deeper, straight into the fragile core of life itself.
I've been searching for a trail to follow again. Take me back to the night we met.
5. 13 Reasons Why. 2017 to 2020. Netflix. Suicide, tape by tape. A teenage girl narrating her death. 13 Reasons Why became infamous the moment it dropped. Schools warned parents. Psychologists begged Netflix to tone it down. And when the unflinching suicide scene aired, suicide prevention groups declared it dangerous propaganda. Netflix eventually removed the scene, but by then, copycat cases had already emerged. Lawsuits followed. The show stood accused of romanticizing suicide. Still, despite everything, some teens said it helped them feel less alone. Yet, the next title proved that sometimes real victims aren't just fictional characters.
It's a sandwich.
Thank you. I'll eat it later.
4. Dahmer, Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. 2022, Netflix. Netflix's dramatization of America's most notorious serial killer became a global obsession, but for victims' families, it was a nightmare replayed. They weren't warned, they weren't consulted. Suddenly, their loved one's final screams were trending on Netflix's homepage. Families called it re-traumatizing, exploitative, disrespectful. Critics blasted it as murder as entertainment. Yet viewers devoured it, pushing it to Netflix's top 10 of all time. Netflix claimed it gave voice to victims. But those same victims' families begged for it to be pulled. And still what followed wasn't gore. It was politics.
Would you please just stop being so pleasant? I'm sorry, but not everything needs to sound so goddamn clever or charming or likable all the time. Sometimes we need to just be able to say things.
3. Don't Look Up, 2021, Netflix. A comet racing toward Earth. A warning no one wants to hear. Adam McKay's satire divided the world. Some praised it as a razor-sharp metaphor for climate denial. Others sneered, calling it smug, shallow, and agenda-driven. Politicians accused Netflix of peddling propaganda. It sparked furious debate. Is cinema supposed to entertain or educate? Should it make us laugh or terrify us into action? Perhaps the questions were endless, but the next film wasn't metaphor. It was raw, and it forced the world to judge.
Because your pride makes your head explode before you can even come up with the little gem of an idea. And now you wake up and you're 40 and you need someone to blame, and you're the one to blame.
2. Of a Fall, 2023 Palme d'Or winner. A man dead. His wife accused, their son forced to testify. Anatomy of a Fall tore audiences in two. Was it a murder, an accident, a marriage collapsing under its own lies? The courtroom drama wasn't just a film, it was a mirror, and viewers couldn't stop debating who was guilty. In France, it became a cultural earthquake. Some hailed it a masterpiece of ambiguity. Others hated it for refusing answers. It showed how truth itself can feel like violence. Still, ambiguity is nothing compared to the storm that hasn't even broken yet.
Fire up my amber heart. Can you feel the ground?
1. Fool for Me, 2025, Netflix. And now, The Forbidden Name, a Netflix original that already has censors whispering, critics sharpening knives, and governments watching closely. Its trailer barely aired before petitions called it psychological terrorism. Early reviewers claim it blends obsession, torture, and intimacy into a cocktail so volatile it makes cuties look tame. Netflix hasn't banned it yet, but the outrage machine is already grinding. What is it really about? Only fragments leak. A love story curdled into something monstrous. Scenes so invasive, some insiders claim they may never stream globally. And if it survives the backlash, it could be the most talked about release of the decade. Still, one question remains. How far can cinema go before it stops being art? 10 titles, 10 storms, each proving that film isn't harmless escapism. It's a battlefield. Some survived the controversy and became cult legends. Others drowned in petitions, lawsuits, and bans. But one truth remains. Cinema still dares to cross lines. No one else will. So, which of these shocked you the most? Tell us in the comments below. And if you think movies can't possibly go any further, wait until 2026. What's coming will make today's scandals look like child's play.